And then we go to the big segment. Cody Rhodes comes out and is immediately followed by CM Punk. And dude, this place was electric just for these two entering the ring together. There's chants going both ways. Punk makes the effort here and shakes Cody's hand at the beginning of the segment. And Punk says that we both took very different paths to get here. And I hope by Sunday we're still friends after the Royal Rumble. And Punk says he wants to talk about your father. And he mentions in 2007 being called by Dusty when they were in OVW, when Punk was in OVW, which had to have been before 2007, but we'll give him some leeway on the year. But he said, my son is about to start in OVW, and can you keep an eye on him? And Punk thought at the time that Cody probably doesn't need someone to look over him, but it's the American dream. So you say yes when you are asked a favor from someone like him. And he was in OVW. He watched Cody from afar and saw him grow from a prelim wrestler into this main event championship level superstar. And Cody, I'm proud of you. And I feel, though, that I'm breaking a promise to your father, because at the Royal Rumble, I won't be looking out for you. I'll be looking for you. And I'm going to do what I need to do to win the Rumble. So Cody says, I work with lots of people here that see my father when they see me. And he mentions Michael Hayes and Triple H and Paul Heyman, but I strive to be my own man. And when I came to OVW, I had no experience. I was a nepotism hire while you toiled on the indies for a decade, but you treated me like a peer. And it makes this bittersweet because I know that there are no friends in the Royal Rumble. Then Punk says, well, can we be friends after? Can you separate personal from business? I can. And I didn't see you as a nepotism hire. I saw the burden that you walked with by having that last name and trying to escape that shadow. But here you did it with flying colors. We have two different paths, but one similar goal. And then I think this felt totally like on the spot, put him there to finish Dusty's promo about dining with kings and queens and pork and beans. And I mean, Cody finished the line. He got it right. And says to Cody that of all his accolades and working to this position with his background, I'm more of the American dream than you are, Cody.
So he teed it up by saying, I don't have, your sort of pedigree. I am the son of an electrician. And that set up obviously sort of the contrast to Dusty being the son of a plumber. And that's why CM Punk is more of the American dream than Cody is. I just want to pause and talk about what a great line that is from Punk.
It was an amazing line.
Like, it's the type of line that is so deep cutting that it would shake somebody to his core. I am more like your father than you are, and it's so simple. It almost makes you wonder why, like, nobody has brought this up to Cody in the past. Like, Cody continues to profess that he is, carrying on his father's dream. He is at least maybe in spirit, somebody who wants to finish the family story, but he never grew up like his father. Punk made an argument that he grew up more like Dusty than Cody ever did. Cody grew up the son of a celebrity. Dusty grew up the son of an electrician. So what true right does Cody actually have to finish his father's story? I just think there's so much in such a simple line here from Punk, and it was so well conceived and so well delivered.
And then you got the volley from Cody, who says, I want to discuss the pipe bomb, and said that you rattled off the formula for staging a revolution, and I was inspired by you, but then you left, and you really left. You didn't pass the torch on the way out. You took the torch and dropped it behind, and I took it. And says, everything that you spoke about, I did with my actions. And that makes me more CM Punk than you. I mean, it was just a tremendous back and forth here between these two. And if you remember, Cody in a roundabout way, not even roundabout, like did this promo.
This was the
AEW.
resolution to the AEW Dynamite promo that Cody initially cut about CM Punk that had no
Exactly.
result whatsoever back
Exactly.
then.
And had none of the
Yeah,
impact that this one did because they weren't even being programmed together. It was just
no.
like one of Cody's like just bizarre into the ether, my words go type of promo that landed nowhere. And
Yeah.
here, like I'm watching this way and I'm like, this is the WrestleMania main event to me. Like this is the match
How
that
many
you
times have
want
we
to
said
see.
that though about these interactions? And this is all to say that Raw specifically has been killing it with these sort of in-ring segments, and we didn't even really discuss sort of like Seth and Gunther early on. That's another like legitimate WrestleMania night one headliner that you could actually foresee. This was another one. I mean, Drew, I don't know if we necessarily put him in the same sort of like echelon, but like that's another one. Do you have The Rock?
Drew and Punk just had that awesome segment a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Like
all
this
of
is
them
going
are
to be
good.
one of those years where WrestleMania will be your big peak night, like business wise. They're going to have plenty in the tank for
Oh,
your post WrestleMania picture. Like
yeah.
this could be Mania next year with these two if you play your cards right.
By then, hopefully, we'll have like a million other like potentially great matchups we could build to. But like this is the year for the WWE that we're looking at. Even if they don't pay these off during the Rumble, SummerSlam, all these other pay-per-views have these incredibly intriguing programs full of like great material in story that they could build off of. And let's just again focus on maybe the specifics of this Cody line. You thought Punk delivered like a killing promo. Cody took it and he delivered like just as strong of a comeback here. He took Punk's great insult and he flipped it back onto him. And man, it was just like again, paid off finally, like the type of sentiment and I think thought that he came up with initially in that AEW promo, but he had no real kind of place to put it. Here he did, and he inserted it in the perfect spot. Yeah.
And Punk ends by saying that, Cody, you've carried the company for 2 years. You just got the cover of the video game and then plugs that I'm sure it's going to be on sale soon. And you're right about to cross the finish line. And now a bigger star who hasn't been around for a long time is coming back to take it all away. And there was like this pause where I was curious if we were going to get any like Rocky chants, and they did not come. And instead, Punk just ended it. And it's me. And Cody just ends it by stating that my dad.
Hold on, just again focusing on this portion of the promo. I feel like this was a bit of sort of like some material that might have gone over a lot of people's heads when they're watching
I
it
think
for the
people were
first
so
time.
fixated on these two, they weren't even thinking about The Rock. But that line was
Yeah,
so tailored for everyone to assume he was talking about The Rock before you
of
get the
course.
punchline at the end. Yeah.
It was tailored to, I think, show sort of the similarities between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, and it was brilliantly done by Punk. I mean, the line could work in both ways. Yeah, like you got the video game covered. You're just about to cross the finish line as you were headed towards WrestleMania and finishing your story, but then a bigger, meaner or more established star comes in and takes it away from you. And I'm talking about me is what CM Punk said. And of course that could mean I'm the bigger, more meaner, badder established star that's going to take it away from you. Or he could be referring to everything that I just mentioned happened to me. And man, I again, like it kind of just like repositions this entire interaction as like as if it was like CM Punk talking to a younger version of himself, except this time Punk is playing the role of Dwayne, and it's also the first time we're kind of hearing Punk almost embrace that sort of position where he is the bigger, more established star coming in to take a younger person's spot. And I love that. I need more of that CM Punk from him because it sounds more genuine.
Cody quotes John Wayne that courage is being scared and saddling up anyway. And I have to go through the Rumble and I have to go through you on Saturday. And they just ended going nose to nose. A phenomenal segment. I thought this was one of the best Raw segments I have seen in years. I thought this was just excellently just put out there by these two. It was everything you would have wanted. to send these two into the Rumble. Like, this feels like the most captivating thing on Saturday's show is these two.
Yeah, it probably is. But there are a lot of other great interactions in that Rumble. And again, like Raw has had some really tremendous promo battles centered around this Royal Rumble and all the contenders that are going in. But for these two, this might have been the best one. I'd give these two a standing ovation. I mean, how many times have you seen a segment like this and chants are loud but completely mixed? You know, like people were chanting Cody, people were chanting CM Punk, and you could barely kind of make each one out because it was like a muddled, beautiful mess of people equally passionate about both men. So they're just done such a great job with this Rumble build. They built another WrestleMania main event for themselves, and Cody, I think, is very much in his prime on the microphone. Punk, since he's been in the WWE, I don't think he's been near his best, but this was Punk near his best, if not at his best. Like, he had great material, had a lot of issues that I think he was able to bring up from his personal history with both Cody and his father, and it felt real. It was like the smartest that I think, you know, we've heard CM Punk in a very long time. Just a great segment overall.
Phenomenal stuff. Money segment.